welcome back to our Unfiltered Talks, episode number 3. Episode number 3. We miss you guys so much.
Hey, we did. Hey, we did. Hey, life has been lifing.
Yeah. We had to take a bit of a break, and we are back now. We're back. And for those who don't know us, my name is Bella.
And my name is Sphe.
And we are here to continue. We decided to sort of make it a series that we're going to continue. We don't know until how long, we know.
Currently, we don't. We just feel like it's something. The series will be self-worth. What's wrong? Oh my.
Sorry. The series we're gonna continue on self-worth. So we're basically picking up from where we left off, because in the previous episode that we did on self-worth, we realized that we didn't get enough time to touch on some things, so we're just continuing on that. So for example, we left out the quiz that we're supposed to do on the previous episode, so that's what we're doing today. And we're going to do another episode. There's definitely going to be another one where we're going to go more deeper into the scriptures that we wanted to go into and discuss that as well. So today we're just doing the quiz on self-worth. And if you haven't seen the episode on self-worth, please go and watch it. We will put a link as well.
Yes, I think
in the description, and where you can just go, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it, and then come back to this. I think it would make more sense.
That would make more sense, because watching this particular episode without having to watch that previous one wouldn't make sense. So it's very important for you to go back and watch the episode 2, of which that's where you get the foundation of everything that we'll be talking about today. But today's episode will be quick and very brief.
It should be quick, hopefully.
Because we shouldn't do a lot of talking, and by the grace of God, we pray and hope that He will help us through that.
So help us, God. It needs to be a quick one. So, and by the way, did we introduce ourselves again?
Why did you did? Like, why are you introducing yourself twice?
I feel important like that today. I feel important like that today.
Oh, girl, the hair is her.
It's the her.
Oh yeah, guys, we braided our hair.
We do our own hair, by the way.
Oh yeah, we do our own hair. So you see, with the type of friends that do each other's hair.
Hey, do you guys have friends like that?
I don't know. Hey,
the question is, do you guys have friends like that?
Because you need friends that can braid your hair.
So anyways, let's get into it. We already asked God the grace to help us in keeping time. So hopefully we're not gonna take too much of time on this one. So it's a self-worth quiz, self-worth, self-esteem quiz. And what did I want to mention? So there are a couple of these online. You can just go and Google some of them and see which ones you can take, because these are one of the tools that can really help you in your journey on self-development or self-worth. So we are gonna get started. I'm gonna ask you the questions and you will answer, and also I'm gonna answer as well. Okay. So on your side, question number 1.
Which side is yours before we proceed with this thing?
Which side is what?
Which side is yours? Where am I supposed to get the questions to ask you?
Okay. You are going to get the questions from me. I'm going to read you out the questions and you give me your answer and I answer for you. And also, I have my quiz open on another browser as well, where I'm going to do that.
Okay. Why are you asking me the question then? Why can't I just take it and answer for myself?
It's the same questions for both of us.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Okay. I don't know how this, guys, I don't know if my comprehension level skills are really failing me.
Okay, so for example, I think in practically, let's do it practically, né?
Yeah.
For example, question number 1, it's using the key below, answer the questions based on how strongly you agree or disagree with the statement. So you should answer strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, strongly agree, agree, and strongly agree.
Okay, got it.
Those are the answers. So it's from like level 1 to 5. So strongly disagree is 1, I disagree is 2, neutral is 3, agree is 4, and strongly agree is 5.
Okay, cool.
No? So the first question would then be, I have nothing to show for myself. So if you strongly disagree, you would then say you strongly disagree. If you disagree, and if you're neutral, things like that. And then we just plot the answers, and it's going to give us feedback based on the answers that we did. Okay, so number 1, I have nothing to show for myself. I think I would say I strongly disagree with that.
I have everything to show
I
for
have
myself.
a lot to show for myself. So
strongly...
for me, it's a strongly disagree, and I guess for you is a strongly disagree as well. Okay, moving on to the next question. I am ashamed of myself when I receive critical feedback.
Neutral. Let me just be honest.
Okay.
Neutral. It depends what the person is talking about, because guys, I don't know about you, but I'm still on this chain of someone. So there are certain things that someone may be touching and I'm like, I do feel
so you're a bit ashamed.
Yeah, so that I'm going with neutral on that one.
Okay, that's fine. Am I ashamed of myself when I receive? No, I don't think I am ashamed of myself when I receive critical feedback. So I disagree with that. Look, feedback can be
positive or negative.
Yeah, and also it can be a bit disappointing, especially if it's something that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
So for example, if you thought you were good at something, somebody comes and tells you, hey, but you are not so good with this, please try and improve 1, 2, and 3.
I think, you know what, we're not talking today. I wanted to have a scenario to paint it out, but I just remembered anyway.
Yeah, but it's fine. If it will be helpful, you can.
I think like the reason why I'm saying it's neutral and stuff like that. I'm one person that I've never grown up having English problems and stuff like that. So at work, like I do a lot of type. I do not do a lot of type anyway, but then like I was doing this particular thing that needed me to type, and then I had to hand it over to my bosses and stuff like that. And they called me and it's like, your work is sharp. The numbers are numbering, but the problem is your English. You need to improve on your spelling and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
You didn't take it very well.
I honestly didn't take it well. I'm like, does this person know that I passed English? So those are the things.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would say it can be a bit disappointing, but also I'm open to the fact that it's, especially if it's constructive criticism, then I wouldn't have a problem with it, as much as maybe it might be a bit disappointing or hurt a little bit or make me feel uneasy a bit. I know at the end of the day, it's an area that I need to improve on. So
at the end of the day, I had to improve because wow.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next question. I feel worthy, just like other people.
I feel worthy.
Yeah, worthy, just like other people. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I agree.
You agree. You feel worthy. Do you agree or strongly agree?
I do not strongly agree. I agree.
You just agree.
Yes.
Okay. I feel worthy just like other people. I feel also I agree. Not strongly agree because I don't know how other people feel, but I definitely know that I feel worthy. So the reason I'm not going with strongly agreeing on this one is because I don't know how other people feel. The fact that I have a problem with just like other people.
I think it maybe they've been, you see, we live in a world where most things now, like they're on social media and stuff like that. So there are times where you kind of feel that this certain person is, you know, when someone carries themselves and stuff like that. So that's the one that I'm thinking maybe this question was we were asking and stuff
Makes
like
sense.
that. So that's why I'm saying, I honestly do not strongly agree. I just agree. I'm at an agree.
Okay, number 4, failure is part of life. Do you agree, disagree, strongly disagree?
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Okay, and I also strongly agree because this is a fact. Failure is part of life.
You cannot excel in everything. Yeah. There's just no way. So
failure is part of life. as much as we do not like it, but it is part of life.
I think it's something that I struggled with, especially when I was still at uni. I remember one time I filled one particular module. I was like, oh my god, I've never in my entire life filled in primary.
University is a rude awakening. You think this other roommate of mine used to say, you think you are a brilliant student until you come to varsity and you realize no, you were just the better idiot.
Wow, that's extreme.
But anyway, number 5, feeling blue is part of being human.
Feeling blue?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like feeling down, feeling sad
Strongly
at times.
agree.
Yeah, strongly agree. This is true. It is part of life. You can't always be happy, even though we always want to be happy. But I feel like it's similar to the previous question as well. So I strongly agree as well. So you strongly agree on this one. Number 6 is I ruminate about all the things that are wrong in my life.
What does ruminate mean?
Think deeply on something. I think that's what it means.
Yes, I do.
So you think deeply about all the things that are wrong in your life?
Not this is something that I used to do, but not now, because I feel like I'll go with neutral. Just neutral about it.
So also neutral for me makes sense because I do not do it all the time.
But there are certain times.
Yeah, from time to time you get to think on those things that have gone wrong in your life. I think it wouldn't be human, and also it wouldn't not to think about things that go wrong in your life. You just go about living your life and you do something wrong and you're like, moving on to the next one. No.
Because I feel like sometimes when you get to reflect on all the wrong things in your life, you get to see how you've grown as a person, and sometimes you get to say,
what you can improve.
What can you improve? And I think you can. There's also a positive and a negative side of you looking back on the wrong things that you have. Because I used to have a different perspective. Like I used to look at all the wrong things that happened in my life, and I'm like, if 1, 2, 3 didn't happen, then maybe I was going to be this fine life. 1, 2, 3. You see, like it was a negative aspect. But when I decided to change my mindset and think, also when I'm thinking of all the wrong things in my life, I'm like, even though they were wrong, they led me to where I am now. Without all those like hiccups there and there, I wouldn't have like arrived here and stuff. So now I do look at all the wrong things that went wrong in my life, but in a positive mindset, and I get strength and I get encouragement from all the wrong things that happened in my life. But previously I used to get discouraged and feel like, oh my god, like my age mates are like this, my age mates are like this. But then now I'm in a season where I'm not even comparing myself with anyone. I'm just comparing myself with my previous self. So I do I do think about the wrong things in my life, but I just get strength from it and I get encouragement. So it can go negative and
yeah. So I guess what matters is why are you thinking about those wrong things? Are you thinking about them to improve them, or are you thinking about them just to blame yourself, to feel guilty, or some other negative aspect? I think that's what matters most. It's not wrong to think about the wrong things that went the things that went wrong in your life, but the wrong part is if you're gonna just dwell in there and not see opportunities of how you can improve.
And not see opportunities of how you've improved and grown as a person, because it's also important for you to look and see that, oh my god, I've grown from this type of a person that I was into this person that I was. So it's very important as well.
So as to not just to beat yourself up as if you don't have other achievements. Right, number 7, I brood over my flaws. Similar, I think, over my flaws.
What's the question?
I brood over my flaws. I don't know why they're using this type of English, but it's they're testing us with this English. So
English class.
So I'm assuming, I'm gonna assume for the purpose of this quiz, we are gonna assume certain meanings. We are gonna attach certain meanings to this was because we can't. It's too much English for this time of the day. I brood over my flaws. I think it's similar to the previous one where you ruminate. You think deeply on something, so you think deeply over your flaws. Do you agree, or would you say
I'm gonna go with the other one that I
Yeah,
did.
it's similar to the other one, neutral. Also with
if
me,
it's not similar, they will forgive us.
The English is something else. And our English bundles at this time of the day, we're recording this at a time of the day where English bundles have depleted.
No, darling. No.
So yeah, you will have to bear with us. So next question. I should have self-respect, but I don't.
Oh, I do have self-respect for myself. That one I strongly disagree. The level of self-respect that I have, even if you don't give it to me, I can still give it to myself. But I can give it to myself. So I have a lot of respect for myself.
Okay. So I strongly disagree. I also strongly disagree. I believe that I have a lot of respect for myself.
And I think this is one of the things.
I have an excess of self-respect. So I have enough for myself. And if it runs out, I still have like a reserve where I can go and fetch it and fill it again.
Exactly. I think. No, because you have to. And I think another thing is when when you have so much respect for yourself, girl, you're feeling yourself.
I'm feeling myself.
Yeah. Okay. It's
like I will be here at work. They will know me. I will be here.
That's all.
Thank you, baby.
Oh God, I feel like I now have this new word, because I am saying it's just the one to be blamed. She says it a lot.
I do.
You say it a lot, and I think I've copied that one from you. I wanted to say that you see, when you have like a lot of self-respect for yourself, that's one of the reasons why I easily do contracts of relationship, because I'm like, I do not even treat myself the way you're treating me. I'm not settling for this, and then I'm
short-term contracts, Samantha. Short-term.
If you know anyone you can hook me up with, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. But it is short-term. We do there and there.
Here and there. This side.
Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna say it's just someone else's business.
Anyway,
drink my coffee.
Number 9, I avoid beating myself up. I have self-compassion.
You avoid
beating yourself up?
I do beat myself up. Honestly, I'm going with neutral.
Yeah. From time to time, I think we all have those moments where you sort of like say, you know what, I should have done better. I could have done better when it comes to this and that. So I'm also gonna go with neutral.
Especially I feel like there's one element or one department where I most of the time beat myself in. The one that I have control over. If I have control over that particular thing, I will beat myself out. But if it is something that I was like, I'm so chilled.
No, so makes sense. Makes sense. Number 10, we have 20 of these, by the way, so we are halfway through. Are we doing good on time? I think so.
We don't know, because it kind of feels like we've talked for 5 minutes, but the camera
it's probably recorded more than that, but I think we're good today. I know how to say no. Giving too much of myself does no one any good.
That's something that I've learned recently. That's something that I've learned recently. So I'll go with agree. Not strongly, but I agree.
Yeah, I also feel like I agree on this one. Not strongly, but I agree, because I think it's subjective as well. It depends on the situation. So yeah, I do know how to say no. I don't struggle with that. Giving too much of myself does no one any good.
I feel like that one is subjective to a point where if I'm giving myself too much of myself to you, you may be benefiting where else I'm not benefiting. So it can do someone good. It does do someone good either way. It may not give you the one giving that good, but the one on the receiving side, it does them good actually. So
yeah, it does. So it's a bit tricky, but it's fun because they combine the two. It's like I know how to say no, and then they said giving too much of myself does no one good. So I don't know what's the relationship between that, why they had to combine it together, because it could have been separated.
Yeah,
because the other one is a bit tricky. The other one is a definite strongly agree, but giving too much of myself,
it's an agree. So
Okay. Number 11 now.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid being judgmental about myself.
I cannot lie. I am neutral. I judge myself. Sure.
Yeah. A lot of these questions are similar though.
Nah.
Yeah, because it goes back. It speaks more to also beating yourself up at certain times. Also, just thinking on your wrong behavior, and so you are at some point gonna be a bit judgmental about yourself.
I feel like for me, if there's one thing that I've learned recently, is the fact that if you judge yourself harshly, it somehow, I know this won't make sense, but if I judge myself harshly, it makes it more sense when someone maybe like decide, let's say I've done something right and I judge myself harshly. I like you were not supposed to do it like this and stuff like that. Even if you can come and judge me more harshly, to me it's like I've already done it myself and stuff like that. So even though it's wrong and stuff like that, but it really, hearing the harsh truth from yourself really serves you sometimes, because when someone else is saying it, when you also have thought about it and you have given
it's
it
not
yourself,
as bad.
It's not as bad. Because you'll be on the receiving side and someone else is saying it, you won't it won't be that painful enough and stuff like that than when you haven't told yourself all those things. That's why I always say that. I think I was telling my sister that when you make plans, when you think of something, make sure that you are realistic, so that when you do not even when you do not meet your own expectations, then it won't be that painful, because you've already you know what, it's fine.
No, I get where you're coming from. For me, it's more of I judge myself, but I wouldn't say harshly. But I do judge myself to a certain extent, because I believe in kindness. I believe in being kind to people. I believe in being kind to myself as well. If anything, I believe in being kind to myself even more than I'm kind to other people. So judging myself harshly, it doesn't work for me.
I feel like one thing that I know is that I'm a firm believer of tough love sometimes.
So you give yourself tough love.
I give myself tough love as much. If I give you tough love, it's something that I would have given it to myself. I always say that do not give people the things that you wouldn't want yourself to receive. So if I give you tough love, it's something that I would have given it to myself as well. So
true. Okay, moving on. I make good decisions.
At home. It's a neutral, because there are certain decisions that I've made that are not good.
In the present tense, if you were looking at
honestly speaking, I'm still navigating the season of my life, so I'm still going with neutral.
You're still going with neutral.
I'm not even sure or the decisions that I've taken, they are good or not and stuff like that. So I think another thing, I was telling this other lady, she was like, and stuff like that, we're talking, and I'm like, if there's one thing that I'm learning in the season of my life, is the fact that when you make a decision and you stand on it, you will know how good or bad it is by how things around you begin to change by the reason of you taking that decision, because things around you, they are going to question how firm do you stand on this decision. You know it's a good decision or a bad decision when everything around you questions you on how firm you've taken this decision. So it's something that I'm still navigating, so I still go with neutral.
Okay, I'm tempted to say I agree, but also, in all honesty, like what you just said now, in all honesty, the proof is in the pudding. You will see by the fruits that you actually do make good decisions. If it's good, the results will show that it's good. So I'm tempted to say I agree, because I think for the most part, I've managed to make good decisions according to the results that I've gotten. But sometimes I don't. So I guess it will be neutral for me as well. All right, so moving on to the next one. I like who I am.
Girl is a strongly agree.
I
don't even like, I love.
I love.
I don't like
the things I do. There's this other sound that used to be on TikTok, because I watch TikTok a lot. that used to be, it goes something like, I love who I am, I love how I do it, I like how I do it, I like the pace at which I do it, I like I used to love that sound. It's just some self-affirmation type of thingy. I'm like, this is me, I love myself, I like how I do the things I do, the way
I do, and I like the pace that I'm doing things. Yes, I don't want to lie.
There's no rush in my life. There's
but
no rush
why
in
am I rushing?
There's no rush in my life.
Another thing is the fact that I know where I want to be at one particular point in my life. So right now, the pace I feel like I'm in a pace where I'm like, I'm taking a chill pill, I'm relaxing, I'm reflecting back. I'm like, oh, what a good run that I've had. So you see, when you're like, okay, I've never done athletics because I'm too tall, so when I run a lot, like when I run, I fall. So
tall people fall when they run?
I know tall other people. I know me as a tall person. Okay. So when I run, I have a tendency of falling. Okay. That's why I don't even like running on a treadmill, because I keep thinking, oh, I might fall.
You're gonna fall on the treadmill.
It does not matter how flat the surface is. Eventually, I'll find myself on the ground. But anyways, you see, when athletes are done, like a sprinter, you see, like or a marathon, with the moment they've won, they take a break. I feel like this is the season. I mean, I'm like, go, because I've been running.
You're taking it all in, and you're like,
go. I'm inhaling and giving myself energy, because I feel like part 2 is coming up. So now I have to
run again. Hey, but that's life. That wouldn't be life, eh? You get rest for a bit, but at some point you have to get up and run again.
And I feel like it's something that we're talking about actually when we were busy like doing, was it makeup or hair? When I was saying I mean, I'm not saying I'm not serious about the things that I want to achieve, or I know the person that God has called me to be, and I know I feel like I'm in a season where I don't know how to get there, but it's not a matter of I don't know how to get there. I'm not even looking for ways to get there. Because I'm like, let me take a break. I'm taking a break.
Taking a break. You will, when the time is right.
When I feel it in my spirit,
you'll get up and get going again. Yes. And that's important. You need to take breaks, fantastic. Breaks are very important in life. And
take on those breaks. Take them, because why not?
Yeah.
Give yourself a break.
Honestly. All right, number 14. I wish I could be more confident, just like other people. Like that's just like other people.
I can never. I love the way I'm confident, Mine. So it's a strongly disagree. I love the way I am confident. I like people used to say that, yo, you're like this gosh, like, oh my god, because I'm so tall. So she's like, I wish I could have your confidence. You're this tall person, you were here. I'm like, girl, it took time, but I definitely have confidence that can last me for years.
Yeah. Days. And that's also with me. I strongly disagree on this one. I have enough confidence for me. For 2 people, maybe 3 or 4, even 5. I have enough confidence.
I can even hotspot you.
If you need hotspot, call us.
I will hotspot you, because
we manufacture confidence as a hobby.
Yes, we have an entire factory, warehouse where we manufacture confidence. Also, no, darling.
Call us.
Yes, hit us.
Hit us up, and we will definitely
I love how
hook you
confident
up.
I am, Shem. I cannot lie. I love it.
Life is just easier when you're confident.
I love it, Shem. Honestly, it may come across as arrogance to others, but to me, I love the way I'm confident. Honestly.
All right, moving on to the next. I wonder what people are thinking about me. I know it is negative.
At home.
This could never be us.
Even if they're thinking it's negative, that's their business.
Yeah, so
it's a strongly disagree.
We don't even have to dwell on this one.
Nope.
Okay, next one. I always feel unattractive.
At home, not to me.
Strongly disagree. I always feel beautiful, by the way.
and someone was even someone close was even asking me like, why do you always put effort when you go out? I'm like, hey, no.
You mean to say you can go out on the streets not looking beautiful?
Guys, you can go. I always say
like,
this.
If it was up to me, I would sleep beautiful.
You
know.
I know. I know, like, most of the time when we do our makeup for our recording sessions and stuff like that, and as soon as I get home, I wash my face, and I'll be calling. She's like, go answer on that makeup. It's so beautiful for me to take
I don't take it off until the very last minute. The only reason I have to take it off is because I'm sleeping, because we only do it for this segment, so it feels like a waste. I'm like, I'm not going to take away this beauty anytime soon. I'm going to keep it until 1 a.m.
4 a.m. So no, darling.
I even sleep late so that I can keep it on longer.
Okay. Got it. I don't have that strength, honestly. As soon as I get it home, I feel like
wash it all off.
All right.
Okay, I shut down because I am not worthy when I feel bad.
I'm gonna go with neutral on that one.
I shut down because I am not worthy when I feel bad. I'm trying to see if I understand.
I think it's I'm not worthy when I feel bad. This question is tricky.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. I think they played around with a lot of words unnecessarily. I shut down because I am not worthy when I feel bad. You're not worthy, and also you're not when you feel bad.
I feel like it's a strongly disagree for me.
That's why I'm saying I'm trying to understand.
I do shut down when I feel
I feel bad, but not because I am not worthy.
No, when I'm going through stuff, not when I'm feeling bad, because feeling bad is a feeling when I'm just going through stuff that's taking my emotional toll, then that's when I shut down. But like I still do feel worthy, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's a strongly disagree. It's not making sense.
Yeah. I think the way they phrase the question is a bit tricky, honestly. Anyway, my co-workers said I did a good job on my project. They are just being nice to me. So it's a scenario where if your co-workers say that you did a good job on your project, would you think they're just being nice?
This is the thing. You see, when back at school, when you take a test, I was always that one particular student. If I failed, I know I have failed. You can feel it when you're doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I'm writing nonsense, I can feel, you know what, this is not giving what I'm supposed to give and stuff like that. So I honestly, when I do a project at work or submit something, when I submit it, I leave room for critics. I leave room for a certain disappointment there and there.
Yeah.
But even if the feedback comes back both positive or negative, I could care less as long as I know I have done my best. And so that's a strongly disagree for me.
Yeah. I also feel that I strongly disagree because for me it's more like I'm also open to any feedback. I know that it can either be good or bad, but ultimately it will be constructive in that if it's bad, I need to improve on something. If it's good, it's good. So if you say I did a good job on a certain project that I did, if there's no reason for me to suspect otherwise, I take your word for it. Unless then we have a certain relation where you have made me feel that the things that you say are not genuine, or the things that you say are questionable, then I would question it. But if there's no reason for me to question such things, I will take it as it is. If you're saying I did a good job, I did a good job. If you're saying I did a bad job, I did a bad job. Of course, you would show me where, and I will see where to improve. So I just take it as it is.
I think for me, it also kind of goes with the environment that I work with. Like they kind of give a lot of critique than the good. So even if when you are giving me criticism, and I'll be like, because I know I've already done a good job and stuff like that. So for me, I strongly disagree, honestly. I want to say this, as long as I've done the job and I know that I've given it my best, how you will perceive it, that's your business, boo.
Okay, I welcome a challenge. I become more single-minded about succeeding.
These questions are so stupid.
They
sometimes.
put two contradicting statements.
I welcome a challenge if I strongly agree.
Yes, but now it goes on to say, I become more single-minded about succeeding.
I'm not single-minded about succeeding. That's the thing. Because if it was up to me, if I can take you, my friend, and run with you, I can. So this thing is not making sense for me because I'm one person that I believe in challenges.
Yeah,
I'm
open to new challenges because that's the only way you will learn in life
and grow.
You don't want to sit in your comfort zone and always be comfortable and whatever. You need to be open to challenges as an individual who wants to grow. So I am open to challenges, but I'm not single-minded about succeeding. Those are two completely different things. So
I'm going with neutral.
Neutral, yeah. Also for because of the first part of the question, I'm going with neutral.
I'm going to neutral, honestly.
Okay, so last one. I am effective, not inferior.
I think I know the word inferior, but I don't know if I know it.
Effective. Yeah, this test was also sort of designed in another way because this is not the opposite of the other. If they were making it the opposite of the other, it would make sense. If they were saying maybe, because inferior, opposite of inferior, superior.
Yes.
If they were saying I am superior, not inferior, it makes sense. Effective is you sort of being
useful, actually.
Yes. So how does it have to be? But I am effective in that case.
I'm
also not inferior in any case.
I strongly agree then, Nikki.
Yeah.
I'll go with it. Let me just give myself that confidence and take it in that bank of mine.
Yeah. Let's just go with that. Hey, this test.
It wasn't making sense.
Okay. So now for the results. We're just going to get the results. It requires me to put a postal address. I don't know why. For me to get the results, so I'm gonna.
What are they going to post it in the office? That they're going to give it to the post office.
No, actually, it's on the psychology website where you can also find counseling and get help and whatever. So I think they direct you to the nearest help facilities where you can get such facilities where you can get help. So that's why they need your postal code on it, because it will ultimately direct you to that. So we are going to read the results. Do you want to start with mine? Do you want to start with yours?
I want to start with mine.
Okay.
Where is the results? Because I'm seeing lace.
Those are mine, actually. Go to yours. Those are yours.
I'm having an 84. Supposed to be
your results are ready. Self-esteem test. So you got how much out of 100? Okay, start from up there and see. Yes. Okay, so basically 20 to 39 means you have low self-esteem. 40 to 54 is moderately low. 55 to 74 is adaptive. 75 to 89, which is where you are, is moderately high. And 90 to 100 is high self-esteem. So let's go. You can read that part.
You have self-worth and goals feel achievable. Goals feel achievable. Nice. Feelings of betun. Okay, you know what? That's English. What's this word anyway?
Do you want me to read it rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because English is not doing.
It's the time of the day, Vanessa. You will forgive us. It's the time of the day where English just goes offline. You have self-worth and goals feel achievable. Feelings of diminishment are not prevalent, and you are not prone to depressive or anxious moods because of low self-worth. So you're on the right track. You have reasonably high self-confidence as well as low self-doubt. I'll take that. I'll take that any day. I'll take high self-confidence over self-doubt. So when you have high self-confidence and low self-doubt.
I love it for myself.
You are able to bolster yourself and feel confident. And you are likely following your true self.
Oh, my tongue.
You are not bothered by the need to make other people happy.
I could care less.
And that's all that matters.
And I think I say this a lot. I could care less. I could care less.
So the changes that they're recommending is that you have healthy esteem, putting an effort into making other people feel heard, feeds and spreads positivity. So that's the one thing that you can take note of. The other things we are not going to
Volunteer
go
your
into.
time.
You don't have time for that too. So it's
Checking
fine.
with a therapist for that.
No, that's the optional things that you can do. So it's not a must. Okay, so with my I scored 85. Did we score the same thing?
No, I got an 84.
84, okay. I think for the most part, because our answers were similar, it was just with one, I think Wade was a bit different. Maybe that's why I got 85 on that. So I am moderately high as well. So it says here you have self-worth and goals feel achievable. I think it's the same thing. Feelings of diminishment are not prevalent, and you are not prone to depressive or anxious moods because of low self-worth. You have reasonably high self-confidence as well as low self-doubt. You are able to bolster yourself and feel confident, and you are likely following your true self. You are not bothered by the need to make other people happy. So it's exactly the same thing. And yeah, so for us, we have a healthy sense of self-worth, I guess. And for a person who doesn't have, if you go through these questions and you have a low self-worth, it will sort of direct you in what direction to get help and which areas you can improve. So for us, we are not good examples for when we are lacking in self-worth.
Because
we are not the relevant candidates. But for those people who are struggling in those areas, it will definitely show you where you can improve, and you can just take it from there. And yeah,
this was nice though.
It was nice. It was really, really nice. I enjoyed it.
I also enjoyed it, guys. I really, really did.
So yeah, and that is a wrap. I think we tried to keep time a bit. That is a wrap. We will definitely see you on our next episode. But to kindly remember to follow, like, comment, and share. We appreciate you support, you watching us, and also I wanted to mention something. This is under the segment on our YouTube channel, Unfiltered Talks. So if you want to watch all our episodes under this segment, you can actually go to the playlist, because we have about 3 playlists on the channel. So when you go to the YouTube channel and you go on to playlist, then you should see the 3 different playlists. So we have vlogs, we have Unfiltered Talks, we have Unfiltered Moments. So this segment is under Unfiltered Talks, and there you can get to watch all our episodes of Unfiltered Talks.
But anyways, guys, I think this is the end of the episode, but we just want to say, be kind to yourself. Remember to be kind to yourself.
Very important.
Be kind to others.
Very important.
And guys, what on earth? I think, like, you see when you have something made up in your mind and now it's not coming, or you're like, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. What else can I say? Love yourself, guys, as you will expect the other person to love you as well.
You matter.
You matter, darling. Whatever
matter.
that you
do not
go
let anyone
through,
convince you otherwise. Learn to love yourself.
Learn to love. And
you will go so far in life with loving yourself. But you will not be settling for anything in life if you love yourself, if you give yourself so much. And you will know what type of love you need.
Exactly. I feel like this is one thing that I've also realized, is that when you love yourself, it's very easy for you to see that this is not the type of love that I'm willing to settle for and stuff like that, because I do not love myself in this manner, and this is not the love that I deserve as well. And I do not love the other person in this manner as well. So it helps you to guide you in friendships and relationships, because you get to see that, okay, my level of self-love and the way I love people does not even equate to how this person is giving it to me and stuff like that. So it's very important for you to love yourself, to be kind to yourself, and know that you matter. And also, whatever validation that you feel like you're seeking from the other person, please make sure that you are in a position to give it to yourself. As well.
So my rule of thumb is, whatever I'm expecting from the next person, I should be able to give myself. So if I'm expecting love, if I'm expecting anything from someone, if I cannot afford to give it to myself, I'm not even in a position to expect it from anyone.
Yes, give yourself what you can also give. So that's the thing. But anyways, guys, we love you. We appreciate all the love, and we'll see you on our next episode. Bye.